Welcome back to the Wolfcast podcast, everybody. I'm the True Alpha here with my sister May
Hi.
Stop the
and
music.
my brother Fang.
Can you get through the brother from another mother? Yeah, what's up?
I'm just off.
It happens, man. It happens. We all have off days.
I'm tired of fucking off days. God damn it, I really didn't want to get into this.
Hey,
Well,
everyone has an off day. It's being human.
No, I'm tired. It's not an off day. It's like off 3 days, and then I'll get like a spark of enjoyment of life, and then it's like, oh, just kidding. Here's a bad week.
I mean, not every
But
day can be, sunshines and rainbows. You got to have days where it's just really rough. Like I know Fang and I and myself have had really rough days. Like it could be a great week or a great month, and then just all of a sudden it just seems like everything's crashing down all at once. Like life, man, sucks and it's a pain in the ass, and I fucking hate it. But it's the trials and tribulations that remind you to stay humble and just keep working towards your goals.
what goals?
Whatever
Um,
goals you've set for yourself.
Become a streamer, become a rapper, I don't know, progress in your life at work or progress in life with, your significant other or, you know, stuff like that.
Well, here, let me touch up on all four things you just said. Uh, my job sucks.
Oh yeah, all jobs
All
suck.
jobs suck.
Yeah.
I really don't want to be a streamer anymore. Like, I just don't find enjoyment in games.
Aw.
Um, the music thing's never gonna happen because I don't even know where to fucking start.
Yeah, I haven't been able to figure out where to start either.
And couldn't tell you about my love life. I don't understand women. I am like 100% like into this girl that I've talked about several times on this podcast, but there's like just like I feel like we're hit or miss. Like we talk, like we'll have one good day where we talk all day, and then like the next couple of days it's hit or miss. And I get it. There's life. She has a job. She has a life. She has a child. And then like we'll hang out, and then there will be like a week and a half where we won't see each other.
Well, I mean,
And it
that's
just
just dating. I mean, there's gonna be times you're not gonna see your person you're dating every day. I mean, like even before with previous exes of mine, I wouldn't see them every day until we lived together. And that's fine because, you guys are still learning each other. The relationship's still new. So you need to have those times away to kind of unwind and kind of be yourself for a little bit instead of, always being, either on guard or on your best behavior because you don't want someone to think you're weird or stuff like that. But I mean, that's typically natural in dating relationships. It takes a minute.
oh, I get that, and I respect it 100%. But like it would be nice to, talk more.
Well, Fang and I have been playing a new game, and I actually really, really enjoy it. It's called Raft. Like, it's been pretty fun.
It's a good time waster, kind of like how Minecraft and Ark can be.
Mhm.
Not for
It-
20 bucks, it's not.
No, it's
It's cheaper
free.
than Ark.
Or no, it is $20, isn't it? That's right.
I thought that's what you guys were playing earlier, and I was like, I guess I'll just download it. And I was like, not for 20 bucks, I'm not.
I mean, it's not
It, they
bad for
just
20 bucks.
they just finished the game, like, because it's been released since 2018, but they just actually finished it as a full-fledged game a couple months ago. That's why
Mhm.
like Markiplier and all them they've been playing Raft again.
Then I
But
like
it's a good time waster.
Oh, yeah, I
then
enjoy
I
it.
was like, you know what?
Huh.
Since because I didn't know you guys were playing Ark, and then like so like I looked up that, and then I was like, fucking, I'm gonna find me a game to play because I'm just with Fortnite, especially alone.
Mm.
I
Right.
I went to like the home screen on stream or Steam and was like, I think that the game's called like the Quarry or something like that. I
Yeah, I
probably
know what you're talking
pronounced
about.
it. It looks pretty fucking good,
I haven't looked into it since its announcement, but
and all the characters in it are voiced by like well-known actors and actresses.
Huh.
Like
let's see
I don't know. Do
here.
any of you know remember the Sweet Life of Zach and Cody?
I know of it, but I
I
never
never
watched it.
watched it. Yeah.
The girl who his father owned the hotel. Like I think her name was like London Tipton or something like that.
Mm.
She
Okay.
voiced as one of the characters, and you can tell like if you know actors and actors well enough, you can see their like game like You can see them through the characters.
Hmm.
But I thought about getting that, then I was like, I don't want to buy it for $40.
There's also quite a few negative reviews on this game already. People are calling it a broken promise game where they promised a bunch of shit that didn't happen. The motion blur is so bad it makes you feel sick.
Oof.
This game is mid-class horror movie with some small decisions. It's absolutely not worth the full price. The only scary thing is the gameplay. The QTEs, QuickTime events, for those who don't know, are boring and monotonous. All you have to do is press a single direction once in a while and mash or hold the primary buttons sometime.
I
Sometimes.
just thought it might be interesting because of all the people I knew from it and the
Oh,
fact
yeah.
that there's a story to it. Like, maybe I'm just getting bored with like battle royales and multiplayer games.
You're getting to where I was a couple years ago, where you're just tired of the multiplayer, the constant PvP that is, battle royales and the Call of Duty games. Because I hit that point, and that's why I wanted. It was when I was wanting you to play Halo with me a lot, because I was just trying to play story-based games.
Well,
I
I'm
know.
glad that you fucking suggested it, so because we ran through them all.
Yeah, we busted our asses through those. I know something that we could do that could just be really relaxing
Hmm.
because it's multiplayer now. I'd have to wait until next paycheck unless somebody wanted to be cool and buy it for me. But Power Wash Simulator
Oh
is
God.
multiplayer now.
Not
I'm not
Power Wash
playing any of
Simulator.
the fucking simulator games.
But it's so relaxing and therapeutic.
I'm not fucking there's Farm Simulator, Goat Simulator, fucking there's
Goat
probably a
Simulator is
fucking
funny.
simulator to
No,
fucking
what
wash your body.
we need to get the game on Steam called Mount Your Friends. Like that game
Mount
is
Your Friends is
hilarious.
hilarious. Or Who's Your Daddy? A Who's Your
Oh
Daddy
yeah,
community day would be fucking hilarious.
that
Or even
would.
just with like you, me, like us three and Kitten. Like Who's Your Daddy would be fan fucking tastic. Keep talking and
Then
nobody explodes.
Oh my God, yes.
fucking multiverse game was supposed to come out this month, and I get it. There's still like 13 days left, but like, come on, I fucking want to play something else.
They're about to release it. If I'm getting sponsorship offers, they're about to release it. I'm pretty sure if I take that offer, I'll get the game early.
Maybe, unless they make you buy it. Well, I mean, if you want something to do tonight, bro, you can totally come over and have dinner with us. I'm making my bomb ass tacos. I know you love those. You can
I
sit and
do,
chill
but
with us and play some card games, or just sit and watch TV. Or you can't watch TV because the TV's busted. Damn.
that's my problem though. Like, you guys can tell me all the time. You've said it enough. You're never a problem. It's never a bother.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I am, even when because like I didn't go up to Greenwood and like because I was 2 seconds away from your house when I was texting you guys last night.
Mm.
I was
in
in
the
the middle
parking
of
lot
playing
of
League. That was why I didn't answer.
I wasn't there like just like expecting you guys to be like, yeah, come over, come in, and then like be like, I'm already here. No, I was selling a bunch of my movies. I've been trying to shrink down on them to that half price books, and then like I just got this hankering for Texas Roadhouse, and I was like texting everybody. Like I was trying to get everybody to go, and nobody could go. And I get why you guys didn't want to go, but I would have paid. I was at that point. Like I was like, fuck this, I will fucking pay. I just that's where I'm at right now. Like from like messaging you to like play Fortnite or to hang out with somebody, whether it's you, Scoop Steve, Smeagol. I even fucking hate asking my. I've always hated asking my dad to do stuff. I just feel like I'm at this dark hole in my life where like I don't want to bother anyone. I've been sitting in my room laying in bed other than working out. Haven't been playing video games. I don't I you Fang knows me. I'm a huge movie TV show go lover. Yes, I watch my shows, but it's pretty much background noise at this point. Like I don't find enjoyment of like anything.
You're
Mm.
starting to get bored with your normal habits.
I don't know if it's that. I don't want to say something too dark on the podcast. I just don't want a life anymore.
That's what happens when things stop
I
seeming
I
entertaining.
I can say this, and it's gonna sound weird to a lot of people listening, even you guys, that like I wake up in the morning and I'm not like thrilled as much as I'd rather be sleeping in. I'm more thrilled to wake up and go to work than I am to get off work.
It's because I think the way you see it is because when you get off work, you know that there's nothing really that you wanna do. Yes, you'll go and watch your shows and stuff to get caught up on them, just because that's part of your OCD, but you're not getting any, like, joy or fulfillment out of it because you've just gotten yourself into that rut. And a way out of that is to go and do something, like, break that rut. Go out and do something, like, just take yourself somewhere or go somewhere, hang out with people, or, you know, try and do new hobbies, find new hobbies, It's you're in that rut of monotony of just rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat, rinse,
That's
repeat.
the problem though, like, I keep a small circle, like, yes, I have, like, work friends, and I have, like, probably friends from the past that I could hit up and be like, "What are you doing? You wanna hang out?" But that would be, like, a stretch because, I haven't talked to 'em in a while. Like, my circle's so small, like, it's you 2, Scuba Steve, Smeagol, and my father, and Fang's stream's been popping off, so he's focused on the streams, and then Smeagol, sorry to call you out if you listen to this shit. You're in your fuckboy stage, which is fine. Just got out of a marriage. I get it. And then Scuba Steve's in Virginia. So like I don't have anybody. And if I go, say I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna go to Greenwood and walk around. I'm gonna get bored. I'm by
Right.
myself. I
Mm,
get bored on my walks, but I'm doing them because I want to cut the weight.
well, you know me, I'll hang out with you no matter what. Like, even if you just wanna go walk somewhere, I'll walk with you. Like, I know that, like, I understand that feeling really well. Like, before getting with Fang, I in my previous relationships, I'd get to that point where I'd, wake up and be like, "Ugh, I don't wanna go to work. I don't wanna do anything. I don't wanna do this." It's not fun. There's no joy, nothing to do. I don't like it. I'm doing it out of habit, or just doing it because, it's the right thing to do because, I'm the woman, and, I'm supposed to do this, blah, 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 and it's taken me, getting with Fang to get out of that mindset. Like, I still have my things where, like, I should do this because I'm the woman, but then there's other days where I'm like, you know what, fuck this. I don't want to do it. No.
It's like another thing that like I put on my Snapchat. I think they were actually song lyrics, but I felt it. I meant what I said. And the song lyrics is I want to feel a more better purpose in life, whether that's like you know entertaining someone or change someone's life, or I want to matter. I think is what the lyrics were. And two people commented and told me, hey, you made a huge impact on me, which was like one of my old bosses. And then the girl I'm talking to, she just like got mad at me, like I was like calling her out or something, and I didn't mean to call her. I wasn't calling her out. That's how I feel, so I had to express myself. And I guess
Mhm.
social media is the way that I express myself, and it's probably not because the internet is toxic,
Well, it's
but
not the internet. It's toxic. It's the people on the internet that's toxic.
Yeah, most people.
People,
you can't
are
really
trolls.
believe everything you see on the internet, and so it's toxic.
I mean, the internet's like high school. You can't believe a damn thing you see or hear because, someone's bitter about something and decided to start a rumor about
I
it.
I would much rather go to high school at this point. Like, I feel like high school was bad and toxic, but, like, high school was better than fucking now.
I didn't like high school until I got into Greenwood High School because I went to Center Grove for a good long time, and I just was miserable in Center Grove because, everyone made fun of me for being, overweight, ugly, fat kid, and I went to Greenwood in high school, and everyone was nice. Like, no one made fun of me. Like, everyone got along, and it's like, it was so nice. I actually enjoyed sophomore year and on because, I wasn't sitting there being ostracized or made to feel like a horrible piece of shit, because I wasn't skinny or a cheerleader or, super model
Huh.
pretty.
This is my thing on the towns around us. And these are my opinions. Obviously, everyone at these schools are going to have different opinions and whatnot, but I feel like Center Grove, Whiteland, Franklin Central, and I'm not going to name off all of them because these are just the ones I can think of. Decatur, they were all toxic. And I only say Decatur because I played them in football, and everybody on that team was toxic. Then you had Franklin that wasn't toxic until we got the new high school, and everybody thought they were hot shit now because, oh, look at us, we got the turf field, da 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 da.
Hey,
But then
look
you
at
have
us.
like
We're built on top of a swamp.
yeah, and then you got like Greenwood and Edinburgh, which are like some of the nicest schools. Because I even went to Greenwood, I think my fourth or fifth grade. I mean, that's a lot younger, but like those schools are much better than the other ones.
Mm. I know growing up, like, I went to a lot of IPS schools, like the School 112, School 65, like, rough neighborhood schools just because we moved around a lot, and, I didn't mind the IPS schools, like, they didn't bother me, but it's like when I got more into, like, the ghetto area of Indiana, it was a lot rougher, like,
You've kind
not
of been
everyone.
everywhere.
Huh?
You've kind of been everywhere.
Yeah, I've been everywhere. I've been north, south, east, and west, and it's just it's, you know, adapting and learning. Like, it's why I joke around with my friends. I've got two kinds of groups, where one where I can speak in Ebonics, and the other one where I speak normal, because it just depends on what friend group I'm hanging out with.
That's how
But
I feel with my friend groups too, because like I said, I keep my circle small. I feel like I could tell, and I don't want to piss off Scuba Steve or Smeagol. Well, no, because Smeagol won't get pissed off. I feel like I could tell you two and Smeagol anything, but like Scuba Steve, I couldn't like hypothetically speaking. You guys know me, I'm straight, and
mhm.
and
Uh,
this I'm not coming out because I am straight. This is if hypothetically speaking, I was gay or bisexual, I would be 100% comfortable telling you two and Smeagol. I would not be able to tell Scuba Steve.
Mm.
And that's bad because that's my best friend. Like he's and I don't mean this in offense to Fang, but like Scuba Steve was like my day one. Like I've known him the longest.
right.
Yeah,
But
but
like I could physically like go and tell you guys and Smeagol like anything.
well, it's and you're gonna have people in your friend groups like that, that there are things you can tell one person or one set of friends that you can't tell another, because it's just that how that group or person is going to feel because you've been around them so long. So it's like I could go up to one of my friends and be like, "Hey, I'm a furry. I do all this, blah blah blah. It's great." But other friend groups, or other friends of friend groups, I kind of have to be reserved about that, because I've heard them say things about it, and they're like, "Oh, this is the blah 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 blah." So I'm like, "Okay, I'm gonna kind of keep that to myself, because they're just gonna be negative about it." It's
Let me
just
clear that up real quick though. I don't think that he would, be like, we're not going to be friends anymore. You're not, I don't like you anymore. He wouldn't do that. I fully believe he would not like disown me, but I feel like he would like silently judge some of the things. Like if I went and told him that, there's times where I've told him, hey dude, like, I think Smeagol, Scuba Steve and I were all hanging out one night, and Smeagol was talking. It's so hard going back and forth between Smeagol and Scuba Steve. But Scuba Steve was talking about how he was upset because of his marriage and whatnot. And then then I was like, yeah, there was a point where like almost every day for 2 weeks, like I was trying to figure out ways to just end it. There was just a like 2 week period where like there wasn't a day that went by where I was like, you know what, this could work, that could work. If I had one of those, I would use it. And then he looked at me and he was like, I would fucking beat your ass right now. And then like, you got Scoop Steve's response where he, well, if you did it yourself, I wouldn't take any pity on you. And I'm not sitting there trying to get the sympathy pity, like, call any of you guys up and be like, dude, I'm ready to end it. I don't expect you to drop everything and be like, all right, where are we going? I'm getting you out of this mindset. But like, it just sucked, hearing that like your friend wouldn't care if you just did it
well,
yourself.
they would care, but they would see it as most people see that as a form of cowardice, or just a way of running away from your problems and not dealing with it head on. Some people see it as, quitting. It's like, you're not going to be, and I don't mean this as any kind of derogatory term or like any sexist term, but it's like, oh, you can't be man enough to take care of yourself, that, you got to do something like this. And there's some people that were raised to think that way, you know, taking one's own life is just being weak, or just being, a sissy or a pussy, because they can't deal with their own life and emotions, because they've learned over the years how to just ignore their own feelings and emotions and just deal with it, because I either, one, I have a kid, or two, I have people that rely on me, or three, it's just I want to do it, or just don't have the balls to do it, and I know if I say anything about it, I'm going to get shit for it. And it's just everyone's different on that situation. Because, with Fang and I, we'd be like, okay, where are we going? What are we doing? Let's talk. Let's sit down. We'll be right there by your side. And, they always say that suicide doesn't end the pain. Like, it may end it for you, but the pain that you leave behind from your absence is so much worse. And
I don't. I agree with that to an extent, but at the same time, everyone's life is still going to go on.
yeah.
The store, the where I work at, it's still going to run. The people in it are still going to do their jobs, go on about their lives. You guys have your son and your marriage. You guys are going to go on. They have
Most
their
likely not.
kids.
That's where I'll stop you on that. Your work probably won't give a shit because you're just another body, and that's just how work is. But those closest to you, there won't be a day that goes, well, there might be a day or two where it slips the mind, but for the most part, mourning will last for a very long time.
Mhm.
And then there'll be nights where you talk back on memories that are just memories and you can't go forward.
You can't make new ones because the person that you
So
want
where
there isn't there.
Yep. So where I agree with you, where work won't give a shit because you're just a body there that can be easily replaced, those closest to you who are actually close to you will give a shit
Mhm.
and won't just continue on living. They'll be drugged down. It'll always be there as a black
Maybe
spot in the
for
back
like
of
a
your mind.
month
No,
max.
no,
You
no,
guys,
no.
No, no, no.
no,
The
like you
actual
said,
mourning might be a month. Like actual crying and mourning and waking up, realize, trying to get used to the fact that the person isn't there anymore. That'll last about a month. But even after that mourning period,
There's
that
still gonna
black
be a
spot is
hole.
still in the back of the head where you sitting there, maybe you host a party night. You're like, man, if
Yeah.
only so and so was here, or man,
Or
so and
Alpha
so
would
would
have
have
loved
enjoyed
this,
the yeah.
yeah.
It'll still be there no matter what. It doesn't just go away. That's not how the memories work. When you actually care about something,
Mhm.
shit doesn't just go away. Trust me, I've tried.
And it's like
There'll be a random moment where you're sitting there, fucking, oh yeah, that happened. Shit.
mhm. Or it's like situations like even now, it's like with relatives that have passed on or aren't here anymore. It's like, I wish they were still here, or I wish, I could have one more day with them, if I could have changed something, or if just one more day to hear their voice or smell their cologne or just get a hug. Like,
Mhm.
there are days that I'm gonna cry. Whew. There are days that I still like sit here and go like, I just want one more day with this, like with my grandmother, or one more day with my aunt, or just one more day with just this person that I didn't get a chance to say goodbye to. Like, it still sits there and it still hurts. Like, there'll be days I'll look in the closet my where my grandma's clothes are, and she's been dead for almost 4 or 5 years. No, 3 or 4 years,
Yeah,
and
3 or 4.
I'll look at the clothes, like, I've got a tear going down my face right now, oof, but I'll look at them and go, "I wish she was still here," and I know Fang might not say it because he's, her Fang, but I know that if you weren't in our lives, like, I would be devastated because I wouldn't have my little brother. I know you're not my blood brother, but you're my brother. And, I want you here because I genuinely enjoy your company and I think you're a really great person. And I know things are rough right now, but it's the rough times that make us who we are and shows us the kind of person that we are. And when you're hurting and the people come out to help you, you realize who really is there for you and to help your back and to show their love for you. It may not be physical, it may not be verbally, it might just be through gifts or it might just be through, you know, small actions, but people show their love in different ways. Love language is weird. Emotional.
You went on a little bit of a tangent there.
Wolf cast cries.
Yeah, the dragoness
That's
cries.
that's what this title's called.
Well, the title was called
Yeah,
Flying by the Seat of Our Pants, but here we go.
that was just where I don't agree with that statement to an extent. Like,
No, I think like you and I meant the same thing, but I may have like worded it different. I mean like, yes, that first maybe couple months would suck, but then like you're gonna just go on.
yeah,
It's just like
I
how
would
I've
continue doing what life requires me to do. with or without you here, I have my duties, but it doesn't mean that it wouldn't still suck.
Mm-hmm.
Like, life would
There's like
force me to continue on.
there's a point to it, like, anyways, that like, like, yeah, we still do the podcast weekly, but we don't, and I don't mean like just you or you guys, like we all don't hang out as much, and I get it. There's life, and like Super Steve and I are 30, and you guys, you and Smeagol are pushing 30, and like everyone has kids, and I'm just here.
Well, it's just we all have, it's like I tell people like the apology, like I'm sorry, like my best friends and I are like, I'm sorry we can't hang out. It's like, no, I understand. We're grown adults. We have things that we have to do. We have our own lives. Yes, I would love to spend almost every day with my best friends or have you over here every day with us and just hang out with everybody. But it's just you get to that point in your life that you realize that everyone has their own things they have to do. It's like it sucks and I hate it and I want to hang out and just chill and party with my friends, but it's that situation of knowing that we're all adults and we all have, we have to work, we have either kids to take care of or we've got just the small minute things that pisses everybody off, but everybody does it but nobody bitches about it. And it's just life. It's adult life, it sucks. It's those rose-colored glasses come off, and it's just like, "Man, this sucks." Like, I say, like, I don't know why I wanted to grow up for because it was the dumbest idea I ever had in my
Yeah,
life.
I was gonna say that earlier when we were talking about
Like, this
school.
adult shit sucks, and it's like and I realize as I've gotten older is, like, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. And, we're sitting there watching our parents going, "Man, our parents just know everything." It's like they're learning just like we are now. It's like they learn how to bullshit better or have gone through certain situations that have given them, wisdom to learn how to cope or do things. It's like I tell our son, it's like everything you're trying to pull over our eyes right now is the same thing we did to our parents when we were your age. So it's like,
Yeah, there have been several moments where he'll
mhm,
try and say something, and I'll be like, "Buddy, don't pull that shit with me. I said those exact same words.
mhm. It's just
Don't
When
cite the old magics to me,
don't
which I
say
was
that
there
when
when
they
they
were
were
written.
written."
when was what year did you move out of here? Do you remember?
Are you asking when I left Heritage or when I moved out of your house?
My house.
Your house would have been when I turned 21, so 6 years ago, almost 7 years ago.
Mhm.
Because I had turned 21 at your house, and then it was later, either it was after Christmas of that year, so it would have been 2016 that I moved
Mhm.
out of your house
So I
because
can
it was shortly
physically
after that.
say 2016 was probably the last year I've been fully happy,
Huh.
which is terrible to say.
Well, yeah, it's you didn't have your best friend or one of your best friends there every day to sit there and game with you and, you know,
Bullshit around.
bullshit around, and that happens. Like, that's why we were always trying to get you to move in with us when we had that spare bedroom. Like, "Dude, come live with us." Like, cause Fang was ecstatic about having you here hanging out, cause he'd have his best friend literally right in the room across
It
from us.
That would have been nice, but like at that point in time, you guys were trying to get me to move in. I had a significant other, so her shit plus my shit wouldn't have fit in that room. Hell, I don't even have fucking room in my room for my shit.
I know that feeling. Life's a bitch, and likes to use no lube. Huh. I was joking with our neighbors yesterday about how expensive things are. I'm like, I wish that they would at least spit before they decide to, take us with, vigor and anger without us being ready for it. you know?
Yeah.
But I mean, it's life. And it's a constant struggle and it's, a day by day play of, learning what your limits are and learning what to let happen to you and what to not let happen to you, you know? There are some of those that are gluttons for punishment that just keep on going and keep getting hurt because, we're so used to doing certain things a certain way that if we change it, we feel like we're either cheating on ourselves or that we're sabotaging our own lives. But the fact that you're not willing to change and adapt to make your life better is you just self sabotaging. And, I think once we realize that and get past that point of, self-deprivation and self-degrading ourselves, thinking that we're, useless pieces of shit, can't do anything, we don't matter, no one loves us, the world would be better without me, you sit and realize of all the people and all the lives that you've touched. Like, you know, sitting here thinking it's like, okay, let's say you did take your life, you know? For one, your family would be devastated. For two, your friends would be devastated. Three, it's that conversation of, oh, they're not here and I would love them to be here. And just yeah, we'll move on, we'll grow and, we'll still do our daily routines in our lives, but those days will be a little sadder and bleaker when we think about, oh, this would be great to go do this, but this person I wanted to do it with isn't here. And it just brings that sadness back and we kind of relive that situation. And it's realizing that, and I don't want to see that misery happen because, I let the world get the better of me, if that makes sense.
Yeah. All right. We've spent too much time on this bullshit.
Pull out the dancing girls and the cakes. But now I wish we could have gotten you on Arc with us because I love playing Arc. But
So
lady was
this is
having
this was
issues
my
and
this was what my issue was, is that so Arc came up just fine.
Mhm.
I got to the main menu. I saw Fang's invite. I clicked on it. Nothing happened. I was like, okay, that's cool. Well, then I noticed that there was a message popping up. I guess you guys are playing on some downloadable island or something, like Crystal Island, I think is what it said.
No, so it's been, I don't know why it's telling, because it was telling Kitten to do that as well, but it'll tell you to download the Crystal Isles DLC. That isn't the map we were playing on. We were playing on the Lost Island DLC, but for some reason it tells people they need to download the Crystal Island DLC. So I'm
Oh,
thinking if we're going to end up playing Ark again, whether it be with you or with Kitten, what have you, it's going to have to be on either like the center or the island, one of the non DLC maps.
Mhm. I mean,
well,
I like the
I
center. I mean, the center is really cool.
I downloaded whatever it was. It says installed. Well, then it says I need to have like some Steam desktop downloaded.
Hmm.
So I
Weird.
was like, okay. So I went to install that, and then like all my files just pop up.
Yeah,
And
that's
I was like,
something
that's
different
why I was
there.
telling you that I need you on a call because I didn't want to like install something and it fuck up my shit or mess up the game or I accidentally delete something or whatever. So I was just like, yeah, I'm fucking done with this shit. Because I had my
Understandable.
stream paused for like 30 minutes at that point. And I was like, yeah, I'm fucking done with this.
Aw, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Ark. It's probably because they're working on Ark 2 right now,
Mm.
which will be coming out early next year. They even said in their last update that they weren't doing any of the community events, such as their summertime event or anything like that,
Oh.
while they work on Ark 2.
Hmm.
They released the cosmetics, but they didn't do anything new. So it's pretty much like the exact same event that happened last year. So we can expect the same thing with Halloween and Christmas and Thanksgiving and
Oh, but I
all
like
the
the
other
Christmas
holidays.
one. That one's fun, and the Halloween one's fun too.
No, they'll still happen. It'll just be what happened last year. It won't be new.
Oh, okay, gotcha, gotcha. Just like
Yeah,
just a
so
rinse and
it
repeat.
yeah, because they're working on Arc 2.
I thought Arc 2 already was like supposed to be out.
Not out until 2023. They have released more trailers and whatnot, and they have released how the combat is going to be.
Uh,
And the combat is going to be apparently Dark Souls esque, where you can lock on and like dodge roll and shit like that.
no. I suck at Dark Souls. Wanna. Don't make me do something new. Broken.
What worries me about it is they said it'd be like a third person combat system. I don't want that. I enjoy Ark being in first person. The initial load up when you load into these massive dinosaur worlds, that that how pretty it is, how cool it is, and everything.
Mhm.
Uh, like I like that in first person. I don't want to see that in a third person view. So they better not make it a full third person game.
I feel like if if I got back on Arc, it would just kind of annoy you again because I don't remember how to do anything again.
I mean, it's fine. I mean, you could totally run around with
Yeah,
him. I'm usually at the house just rebuilding and taking care of the animals and the crops
I
and
just want the damn game to work. Like, it's irritating when you're trying to play with people and you're excited for them to see the
I
new
f-
shit and the new
I feel like it's
maps
been
and
like that
everything, and
since day one though, because remember when we tried to get Scuba Steve to play, it wouldn't let him in, and then it would like the last time when like you and I were playing, and then May joined us, we were always having problems. It's like it doesn't want people to play with each other on the game.
yeah, it's probably it has something to do with because I run everything on a non-dedicated server.
if we had an actual server up.
If it was an actual server, it would probably work fine, but because it is a non-dedicated, it has so many issues.
I'm kind of glad it rained today. Like, it's been stupid hot here. Like, the humidity has just been freaking ridiculous. Like, you would think for Indiana it wouldn't get as humid as it is, but nope. Being right underneath those lakes, it's just freaking humid as hell.
Hmm.
Not as
I
humid
feel
as
like this
Louisiana, but
year it's been
rough.
like the hottest it's been in a long time. That
Hmm.
too.
No, I agree completely. Just these, like I don't remember the summers ever being this bad as a kid. Like I always remember them just being, moderately, warm, but not like hot and sweating and, Niagara happening between my ass and my tits. I mean, global
Yeah,
warming,
like there was
folks.
I think there was like one day I was driving up to Greenwood one day and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna roll the windows down instead of having the air on. Rolled the
Nope.
windows down for like 2 minutes and I was like, nope.
Roll it right back up. Fuck this shit. And what
Looks
usually
good.
sucks is whenever the summer is like stupid hot, it's usually the winter is gonna be like stupid cold.
I feel like last winter was stupid cold.
Yeah, it didn't feel as bad as it normally did, like the years
Yeah,
before.
I was fucking cold.
Well, you
I
also
get it.
lost
I
a lot of
lost.
weight too.
Yeah, nah, I fucking. I was laying in bed one night last winter, and like this might be TMI for anybody, but I used to like sleep with like full clothes on, besides like socks and shoes, obviously. And I got to the point where I was just in boxers and underwear, and then I went for a long period where I slept naked. I was comfortable. It just felt good. Still had the fan on, full blast, and then started losing all that weight. And like the winter came, I was back into boxers, shorts, sweatshirt, fan down to the lowest setting. Half the nights wouldn't even have the fucking, or I'd have like two blankets on. I was just fucking cold.
See, I can't sleep with clothes on because I unconsciously sleep strip because I get too hot in my sleep. So I end up just taking off whatever I'm wearing. Like there'll be nights where I'm just laying in bed and we have either just a sheet on and like half my body is sticking out of the sheet and I just have it covering my chest and as it just gets so hot. And that's even with the air on. I'm just sitting up there dying. I'm like, why is it so hot? And then, science kicks in because, oh, heat rises. So, of course, it's going to be hotter upstairs and downstairs, but still bullshit.
I remember hearing that term for the first time when I was like, I think I came downstairs one day and I was like, why is it so fucking hot upstairs? And like, heat rises. Didn't you know that? And I was just like, that doesn't fucking make any sense.
It really
And
does, though.
then, then, then I graduated school and I get it now.
Well, see, and here's the thing is the way that our townhouse is set up, I wish they would have made it to where the vents downstairs are fine because they're in the ceiling, but the vents upstairs are in the floor. Like I think it would have made it so much better if they just would have brought the vents up and had them in the ceiling as well, or like in the wall towards the ceiling. That way the air actually gets, pushed out into the room instead of, having to clear space to make room for it on the floor. But with the way most people set their bedrooms up, there's either something on the vent or next to the vent that blocks the air, You,
Or they
you
put it in a spot where like you're like, I have to put something there. Like,
mhm.
yeah,
It's ridiculous. Fix the design, people. Fix the design. Vents on the ceiling all the way. Like that just makes it easier. But what do I know?
like you know a lot.
I mean, wouldn't be wrong. I mean, I've learned a lot. It's like Fang and I say, we're useless founts of knowledge. I'll sit here and either have something to say about any situation I'm in, or if I've learned something, I'm like, "Hey, this is what I've learned." Or I'll find funny things and be like, "You know what? Since I have to see it, you have to see it too." What about you, Mr. Fang? You've been awfully quiet over there.
I no.
You ain't got no
I'm
2
just here,
cents?
man.
Oh, I saw that Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness is on Disney Plus. I need to watch it. I need my Benedict Cumberbatch. Mm.
Curious to see what did you get the games mixed up?
No, it's a sponsorship for Marvel Strike Force, so I'm not doing that.
Why? Because it's been out for a while.
I mean, I have no interest in Marvel Strike Force. I don't like turn-based games for the most part.
Well,
And yet
yeah,
you
that and
play,
personally, from what
the
I've
League
seen,
thing.
it's
League isn't a turn-based game. Are
No,
you talking about
yes,
TFT?
TFT.
That's also not turn-based. Everything attacks all at once.
Mm.
from what I've seen of Marvel Strike Force, I would play it for like a solid maybe 30 minutes to get, my to figure it out, and then I'd be bored with it.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I have no interest in Marvel Strike Force. Just like I have no interest in Raid Shadow Legends. I don't care how fun the game is. I don't like turn-based games. That's why the only Final Fantasies that I have played really are Final Fantasy X and Final Fantasy XIV.
Isn't Magic a turn-based game too?
It's a card game that is different.
No, it's still turn-based. You can't go until it's your turn, so it still is a turn-based game.
And that with that logic, dear, let's go with. I had a game in mind. Can't think of the name now.
I thought you meant turn-based as in like the way you turn.
No,
I'm
turn-based
an
as
idiot.
in you have 4 characters, and then one person takes their turn on your team, one person takes your turn on their team. Now it's the enemy team's turn. Now the other 2 people on your team. Yeah, turn-based role-playing games I do not like.
They don't bother me. I played Final Fantasy and Blue Dragon, and I love those games.
Nah, I don't care for them.
Well, you're entitled to your wrong opinion.
I just don't like sitting there waiting. Like even when playing like Pokemon, I'm sitting there spamming the A button to make the text go as fast as fucking
Same.
possible.
So I do that too, but
And like I don't even care about what move I just picked because I know whatever move I pick in the very beginning of the fight, I already know it's going to hit hard. I already know it's probably super effective. So fuck everything else. I'm just going to sit here and spam the fucking A button until the fucking thing is dead.
I do that on Pokemon Go still. Like when you fight the not the grunts, but the grunt leaders and like
yeah.
their final boss,
Yeah.
like they actually use their shields versus the grunts will just let you fucking destroy them. I'm sitting there like the shield's up, I can't hit, and like I'm just sitting there just fucking tapping on my phone. I'm like, I don't fucking care.
I don't care. You're gonna die. Don't
That's
care.
why that's one of the reasons why Final Fantasy 14 I was a little sketchy at first, but knowing that it's not a turn-based game, you can just walk in there and, dump your entire fucking abilities onto the opponent. That's why I actually gave Final Fantasy 14 a chance rather than blowing it off. It's why I don't play the Final Fantasy games. I don't care about how good the story is. If I want the story that badly, I'll watch a YouTube video of somebody else playing it and skip the boring parts. I don't want to play a turn-based game.
Go in there and fix the boo-boos and smack the bad guys.
Smack the bad guys who are making the boo-boos. Fucking poor Bahamut, just smack.
Scree!
Or when you really want to whack the wumpus,
God damn it.
it makes my brain do the goody good, the goody good kill.
Good brain juice.
I just want someone to release the next best game.
I don't think we're actually going to see that for a hot minute.
Probably.
Unfortunately, story-wise, the next best thing we're probably going to get is Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2.
So tired of Call of Duty.
Same. I'm literally like 90-10 on this one of not getting it. Like
I'm getting it for the story because they're redoing the entire Modern Warfare story.
But I don't want to pay $60 to $65 for a story mode I'm going to beat in 5 hours and then it just sit there.
I would agree with that because it's a little ridiculous to play $60 for a story game, but at the same time, Halo Infinite. got released. You spent $60, played the story, haven't even touched the multiplayer.
I played multiplayer.
Did you?
Yeah.
Huh. I didn't.
Like 3 rounds, but
yeah. Like the
I
problem
had
is
to fucking continue the story, but like at some point in life, because games are just gonna keep adding stories to them, you, I just gotta pull the plug. Like I Call of Duty fell off for me probably after BO4, because then Infinite came out, and then World War or whatever,
Yeah, World War
War,
II.
yeah,
When we
and
first
I
went
just
back to boots on the ground.
didn't enjoy them, and then like they brought them back, and like I played them and grinded them here and there, but like I don't find enjoyment.
I only really find enjoy. I liked Warzone at first. I don't care for it much anymore. And they're releasing Warzone 2. They're completely getting rid of regular Warzone
Like if
with Modern
Warzone
Warfare
2 is
2.
free, I'll probably check that out, but like
I'll be getting the new Call of Duty because I enjoy Infinity Ward's stories. So with them remaking Modern Warfare 2, I'm looking forward to that story. And I don't personally have a problem spending $60 on a game just for the story, because I'm probably going to end up doing that anyway with whatever new game comes out that is just story. Like if they release a new fucking Halo or Monster Hunter first person shooter game that is only story with no multiplayer, or the multiplayer that it has is story based, I'm still going to spend $60 just for a story regardless. So as long as I enjoy the story, I don't care. I spent my money with what I wanted.
fuck it, let's just get WWE.
Hey, them WWE games can get funny.
I used to play the WWE games all the time back when like I was younger. Like I'm like Sting was my jam, man. I love Sting.
I know May and I need to get back for Blood and play for that,
Yeah, I
because
keep
it's basically Left 4 Dead 3.
uh-huh. I've got someone that keeps asking me to play. I think it's Coolio that asked me to get that one and play with him. But I'm like, I just don't have the
Yeah.
money for it.
It's a $60 game.
What is it with Valve and not making threes? Just bring us the third game. Damn it.
Nope. even with Half-Life, we got a prequel rather than a third game.
Like I mean, Left 4 Dead itself still plays really well. Still,
It gets boring when you've played over every map a million fucking times.
that's you.
Like I still have this $20 Steam gift card.
Says me. Here recently, what I've been wanting is I don't think you guys played it much. Maybe you did, maybe you didn't. I want Dynasty Warriors back. I don't care about the knockoffs. I don't care about the Fire Emblem version of Dynasty Warriors. I don't care about, I think it was Naruto had one,
I have no idea what you're
or
talking about.
Legend of Zelda had one. And they got rid of Dynasty Warriors. It was a PlayStation 2 series. And now you can buy Warriors Orochi, which is pretty much the exact same fucking thing, but it's not Dynasty Warriors. Like, I loved the Dynasty Warriors games. They're just massive maps. You walk around as a character, absolutely beating the shit out of minions until you fight the big bad boss, and you got to do all this other shit to go through the campaign and unlock characters and weapons, and it's just so
Sounds like
fucking
Halo.
fun. It's different than Halo because it's only with spears and swords and shit.
I just want Pokemon Stadium.
Something else that I'm wanting is I want a good VR game. I want a good optimized VR game that is multiplayer. Because like Half-Life Alyx in VR is gorgeous. It is like the definition of a good VR game. It's good looking, the mechanics are fantastic, the physics are fantastic. Everything about the game is great, but it's single player. So once you go through that campaign, you're done. There's not much else.
Smeagol bought me that golfing game on there, and I told him, I was like, dude, I don't like golfing. I mean, like, I don't enjoy playing it in real life. Nothing against actual golfers, but like, he's like, no, I'll get it for you and try it out. If you don't like it, you don't have to play it. Played it. It's actually enjoyable.
Oh yeah, a lot of these things that are in VR that you wouldn't normally do in real life can be rather fun.
But you wouldn't like it because it's a turn-based game.
Golfing is different.
It's still a turn-based game.
It's not a turn-based RPG.
Okay.
I'm not sitting there controlling 4 different golfers, each one waiting to take their turn in between my opponent. So you remember Wii Sports, right? Like Wii Sports Resort and shit.
Mm.
Nintendo released their Switch Sports, and they ruined it. So bowling, probably one of the best fucking things you could play on Wii Sports.
Mm.
Even on Wii Sports Resort, bowling was fan-fucking-tastic in every fucking way possible. In Switch Sports, you play with, I think, 14 other people. You are all bowling at the exact same time. There is no way to play with just your friends. And it's stupid. Because you also now have a timer to take your shots.
I probably won't get another VR game to that football game.
There are several VR games that I'm looking into, or I'm waiting for, rather. But one of my biggest issues right now is until they get more optimized, until they get better, like I'm not looking forward to pretty much anything. The football one looks interesting. It looks promising, especially if it's actually multiplayer. Like if I can load into VR with you and I can be your receiver while you're the quarterback, fuck yeah.
I think that's what it was implying from what I see.
Yeah, that's what they were implying. Play with your friends, and then it showed one person throwing the ball and the other person catching the ball. That's cool as hell. I'll do that.
You're the pitcher, I'm the catcher. You're the pitcher, I'm the catcher.
But
I feel like an idiot when it comes to the VR stuff, though. Like, I noticed how my batteries and my hand or controllers were dying. I thought that shit charged while you were charging the VR headset.
nah, you can get chargeable battery packs that go into the Oculus hands.
I want what Lady
And
has.
yeah, Lady has a straight up charge station. You put the headset on it and the hands in it, and it charges all of them at once. It's like $300.
Yeah.
I mean, Scuba
And the
Steve has the
headset.
one where you can like, I think he might have like the charging. No, he was mentioning it. We
Yeah,
can charge the controllers. I'm not paying $100 for that.
it's yeah, it's
I
it's an
didn't. Yeah, I didn't
expensive
know
piece.
there was a spot on here that slides off and you have to put batteries in them.
Yep,
I
it's in the
mean, I've
hands.
had it since December, and I haven't had to change them.
That's what I like about like everything that my my Index has is charged by plugging it in. I don't have to change the batteries at all. I just plug it in. I go, "Hey May, can you charge my batteries while I'm at work?" She goes, "Yeah." And I come home and they're charged already up, ready to go.
Unless I say yeah and forget. I'm like, oh shit. Nah.
Yeah, like I said, "Hey, can you charge my stuff for VR tonight?" And she goes, "Yeah, no problem." I come home and my hip tracker and my feet trackers are charged, and my hands are sitting next to everything, but they're not plugged in. And I just went, "I bet she didn't plug these in." I plug them in, a little orange light comes on. I was like, "Yep, she didn't plug these in."
I'm forgetful. Don't judge me. I have a lot of things to do.
Just wait till I'm running 8-point tracking, and I have I have more trackers and more
You
base
can barely
stations.
handle the what 4 or 5 you have now.
That's because I only have 2 base stations. So one of the things that is required when you start running more than 3 trackers is you have to have 4 base stations. So when I get the 8-point tracking, or even if I want to go further and get 10-point tracking, which is the cheapest way of having a mocap suit, I will have to have at the very least 4 base stations. Scarlett, the girl who danced for us in VR, her entire setup is like 13 to 14 base stations with 8-point tracking.
Shit.
But the room she plays in is massive. I mean, big enough to hold a stripper pole. She has her own stripper pole in that room.
Yeah. Well, she also has really good play space awareness as well, so.
Oh yeah, her play space movement is beyond mag.
Nice.
Nice.
Nice pull.
Now, when it kind of what worries me most about what's happening with VR right now is I think it's EA. They're talking about buying out Unity, and Unity is what runs VR chat. And
Sports. It's in the game.
If that happens, VR chat's gonna die. Now, if EA buys VR chat or Unity, VR chat will die.
course, looking at
I
this
almost
now, I really need
promise
to
you.
redo Sarah's ref sheet. It looks kind of rough. It's rough. Sorry.
But no, it's what'll happen. EA is known to have in-game purchases out the ass, the point where you can't even play the game without spending money on it. So you buy the game and spend money in the game. And like if EA buys Unity and they fuck up VR chat, like it'd be kind of fucked, really. I enjoy VR chat too much for it to be fucked up by some company who's getting greedy.
Mm.
And right now, Unity is about the only thing that runs anything like VR chat. I guess you have the metaverse, but fuck the metaverse.
Got bored with VR chat. I feel like I just go in there and get lost. Like I don't know what to do.
It's a little bit
You,
intimidating when you first get onto it. Then once you get used to it, it's like, oh, okay, I got it. I mean, I'm
Well,
well,
I'm
I,
used to it. I
once you
just mean
get
like I get on there and I'm like I don't know like I don't know like I don't know like I don't have a place there is what I feel like.
oh, so the problem with that would be you're only getting on it's where I was at when I first got my Rift S. I would go to the party worlds because I was welcome there. I was told I was allowed to be there. And I knew the people there, a lot of their names were orange, which means they were on my friends list.
mm.
But I would just kind of sit there, not really knowing where my place would be until certain people would get on, like Zachariah Armani and Tyler and Starpup. They would all get on, and that's where my place would be with them. If they didn't get on, I was just kind of sitting there waiting for somebody to come up and talk to me. And through that group, I met Fat Broom and I didn't meet B-Tex, but I met Fat Broom. I met fuck. I don't remember his
Wires.
name. I met Wires. I met brother. He says brother a lot. He's a collie.
I just had his name in my head. Hang on. Damn it. Brother.
He's brother.
Doc.
Doc. Sup, Doc. Thank you.
You're welcome.
But
I
I
had to
met
think for a
them.
second.
I met them and I started hanging out with them more. And then through them, I got involved with Club Ethereal and I met Lampuki, Nightmare Zero, Fractal.
Okay, we get it. You know a lot of people.
It's just how it works. The more you get on there and the more events you go to, the more people you run into. Unfortunately, a lot of the drinking nights happen on Friday. You're not able to get on really on Fridays.
Mm.
Oh, yeah, we met Lady in VR as well. I try to host my own drinking nights on Saturdays, but it's hard because a lot of other drinking nights are going on as well, and a lot of the 18 plus events are going on.
I
Hey,
have fun like when we're doing like the games, like when we were playing freeze tag and like the Never Have I Ever, but like I feel like when we're just sitting in like the houses and whatnot, I just feel like I shouldn't be there or something.
hang on a second. Kitten, I didn't join in on anybody. That was my world. So I invited Supdoc and, Alpha and May were all there. Supdoc was there. Broom was there. Wires. And then Render showed up. Pronto showed up. You showed up.
Mm-hmm.
Like
And
all
then
these other people
you all
showed
started
up.
chasing me around.
Yeah, and then we all started chasing Alpha around. You guys hopped in on my party world that I was
Mm-hmm.
trying to get started and going.
And that was a really good night too, because it was really busy. Like you had a lot of
Yeah,
people
there
in that
were a
room.
ton of fucking people. Like more than that world's supposed to have. You guys probably hopped in on maybe Broom, Supdoc, Wires. Literally, it could have been anybody because I invited a bunch of people and then they had a bunch of people join off of them. And then, it's hard telling where a lot of those people came from. I know, not Star Pup. I don't remember their names. You guys have avatars made by them.
Broom?
No. Yeah, you almost
Oh,
didn't.
Adora
No.
Pup?
Yeah, Adora Pup. So, there were a bunch of people there. It's hard telling where, Anything good. I want more party nights like that where, I just invite a bunch of fucking random people and then they have people that join in and we all just get drunk and happy and have a good time.
Friends plus friends plus. All you do.
Yep.
That's
Make the
simple.
world friends plus.
I mean, I enjoy with you guys talking and everything. So I enjoy love listening to you guys talk and stuff. So.
I don't know why people like my voice.
The
Because
first
you
part
have
of
a
this
very handsome
podcast was
voice.
fucked, but
It wasn't
Yeah.
fucked. It was just, it's raw and pure feelings. Like there's nothing wrong with that.
We are an unfiltered podcast. We don't give a fuck what you want or say.
But go ahead and make sure to hit that subscribe button. When we get to 100 subscribers, I will be doing the Tru Alpha's Makeup Live. At
That's right.
200 subscribers, we'll be doing Fang's Makeup Live. And at
Awesome,
300 subscribers, they will both be doing my makeup live.
that one's confirmed.
Yeah, that one's happening.
No.
It's gonna happen. I'm gonna record it. I'm gonna put it on my YouTube channel. It'll be a thing.
My poor makeup. I will have to do what Kitten says and actually go buy makeup and brushes for that.
Yeah.
So you're not ruining my
Well,
actual makeup.
There's a chance Kitten will be there to kind of like moderate us
Yeah.
and make sure we don't fuck up too badly.
I would cry. Go ahead and head over to our Patreon. You can participate in polls, one-on-one meetings with us. You can join us for a podcast. You get to see behind-the-scenes content. You can get art lessons from me, and there's so much more. So go ahead and just head over to our Patreon. It's Wolfcast Podcast. Head over to our Spring, where you can get your basic merch of your favorite 3 podcasters. And get your Notice Me Senpai merch as well. And your Notice Me Alpha and all that stuff. So use Wolfcast20 to get 20% off all your purchases. Head over to our affiliate Dubby and use the code in our description box. Dubby is FDA approved. It is made with amino acids and nutrients in it, and it is fantastic, delicious, and it's sugar-free and diabetic friendly. Use Wolfcast10 to get 10% off all your orders. Go ahead and visit all of our socials. We appreciate whenever you guys tune in to watch us here at the Twitches or when you watch us here on YouTube. We really appreciate the love and support. So make sure you go ahead and follow us there and, stalk us, but in the good way. So we love being the #1 podcast in your heart. So thank you so much for sticking with us this far. We really love entertaining you guys, and I get just the best joy and pleasure out of doing this with you guys. Do make sure you are hitting that subscribe button and hitting the notification bell so you get
slap it, break the fucking button.
Just hit that way whenever I post on Mondays. Because it is a joy to edit these and post these and hide Senpai in the video. So it's a joy. But we love you guys. Thank you for everything, and we will see you all in the next video. Bye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.